Good morning, everybody. I don't know if you come on Facebook or YouTube, but we're still having some challenges, which we will have until next week on our church LTM page. So, for all the winning in the words and all the services, if you could come on my page or go on YouTube, those are the two ways to view them. The church page, Meta is currently. We're having to go in and redo some things with Meta around our pages. Just getting some stuff done. I don't know. They're Meta again because Facebook and Meta and all these platforms are free. Um, there's no level of there's no sense of customer service. There's no level of service or supporting the people that are doing stuff. It's free, so they don't, they get back to you sometimes a week or two later. We're going to figure out a workaround. I know yesterday, Thina posted it from another place onto the site. I don't know how she did that, but I'll get her to start to do that on the Marketplace Monday as well. I didn't think about it today. So anyway, that's where we're at. So listen, as you guys know, on Wednesday we start the sign up for the ebook. I'm making the ebook for Marketplace Monday as well, as I talk to you guys about. Remember, in the meantime, you can go onto our website, www.ltmorlando.org. You can go right on our website under resources, and you can view all of our Marketplace Monday messages. If you need a refresher for something that you're doing at the job, if you're trying to get a promotion or you're trying to get prepared, it's all available there. I will get it in an ebook to you. With the ebook, it's going to be a little bit more detailed. So what do you mean? So in the ebook, we're going to give you all of the seven. It's going to be 7 complete sections. It's going to be all of the sample emails. It's going to be all of the talk tracks. It's going to be the checklist. It's going to be the worksheets. It's going to be everything that we discussed in the series that we were trying to get you to do is all going to be there for you step by step. Okay. So that's what's going to be in the ebook. So that'll help better prepare you. I was praying to God yesterday about the direction of the show and how we should go until the end of the year. And what God told me to do is go back from now to the end of the year. And I'll tell you guys about what we're going to do in the new year in about a month. We're going to do something a little special in the new year. But what God told me to do to end the year is he said, take the last 10 months that we went through together, we've journeyed through together, because this audience is pretty consistent. And he said, take each month and do an overview of what you did in that month. Right. So one of the first things that we talked about last year or this year in the beginning of the year was character over connection. What do you mean, Pastor? We talked about developing your character in the marketplace. A lot of people worry about their connections. They worry about who they're networking with. They worry about who they know. They worry about trying to get to know people. I'm not telling you none of that is important. Your network, who you know, those is very important. What I am telling you is that if you have a big network or you develop a network because you're working with a lot of people and you don't have integrity and you don't have character, it does your connections don't matter. I have somebody I worked with. I worked with this person's entire career, and he's done a great job of promoting himself through the ranks. But every time I talk to somebody, they say, hey, so and so, blah blah. Yeah, man, he's a real jerk. Hey, he blah blah blah, blah blah blah. So, yeah, the guy climbed the ladder quick. He did real well, but I promise you, it's hard to stay there when you don't have character, when you don't have integrity, when your word doesn't mean nothing, right? So today, what I want to do is I want to talk about this thing called character, and I want to just hit 3 areas to give us a little bit of a mind jogger on what we talked about in the beginning of the year. So write this down. Number 1, character qualifies what connections can't. Character qualifies what connections can't. Connections may open the door, but only character keeps you in the room. Remember when we said that? Character may open the door, right? Connections may open the door, but only character keeps you in the room. Networking and visibility help, right? But integrity is what sustains God's favor on your life. That's what we got to remember. God promotes based on faithfulness, not popularity. And we can't forget that in Psalm 75, verse 6, what does he say? For promotion cometh neither from the east nor from the west, but God is the judge. So what did he say to us? He said that our promotion isn't in how good we network. Our promotion isn't in how even good we do our job, how many friends we have. Our promotion is in our integrity and our character. So we got to build our lives on the values of the Word of God, not the validation of people. Write that down. You got to build your career on the values of God's Word, not the validation of people. Put that in the chat. You got to build your life based on the value, your values, right? You have to, you have to care about something. Something has to be important to you. You can't bend in certain areas to seek validation. Remember, never forget, your reputation will get you noticed, but your character is what keeps you trusted. I heard somebody say this the other day. Let me look it up. I don't know if I can find it. It was really, really good. He's talking about making a sale. Let me see if I can find this. Man, it was a really good saying. Anyway, it was something like to the effect of when you make a sale, you've made a commission. But when you make a friend, when you're selling, when your character's right, when your integrity's right, and you're selling, you don't just make a commission. You make I forget the name of it. I'll get it, but the point of it is that it becomes a lifelong thing, not just a one-time thing. When you operate with character and integrity. Matter of fact, point number 2, write this down, put it in the chat. Character is the foundation of longevity. Character is the foundation of longevity. Gifts get attention, character gets retention. Remember that. Gifts, right? When you do things for people, when you're good to people, that will get attention. But when you operate in character, people want to be around you. People want to stay connected to you. People want to be involved with you. Talent may get you the job or the client, the first client, but your character determines how long you will stay relevant. Do you have character? Are you a man that can be trusted? Psalms 22:1, what does it say? A good name is more desirable than great riches. Protect your name more than your resume. If somebody's got something side-eyed with you or sideways with you, go back and sit down with them and clear it up. Let them know. You know, what you think about me and how you feel about me matters to me. It means something to me. I don't take it lightly. So I'm here to talk about what happened and why you feel there was a breakdown in ABC. And whatever happened, I'm here to make it right, whatever that means. You know, I was talking to one of my members, owns a business, Brother Leroy. And what I love about him is he reminds me of how I would do things. You know, if this ain't, if we mess the quote up, we're just going to do it. Don't worry about it. Sometimes it costs him money to do that. But his reputation is worth more than $200. If he misquoted something and then gets out there and says, well, we misquoted it. It's not going to be 500 for the job. It's going to be 800. No, he'll say something like, look, we really misquoted this, but, we apologize for that, but we want to make it right. We're out of here. We told you we do it for 500. It's really supposed to be 800. The only reason I'm even letting you know that is if we need to come back out, I want you to know it won't be the $500 price. But for today, because that's what we told you, and our reputation is worth something, we're going to go ahead and do it for the 500 for today, right? You make sure you get that squared away and you get that straight. God builds slowly, but God builds to last. Never forget that. God builds slowly, but God builds to last. Last one for today. Character invites God's endorsement. You know, a lot of people get mad at me because I won't endorse what they do. I don't just endorse anything. Y'all have heard me talk about legal. You haven't heard me talk about many more people and what they do. I don't just endorse anybody. I got to check them out. I want to be endorsing my son and what he does in his business soon. Why? I checked out his company. He's got a really, really good company that he works for. He does kitchen remodeling and refurbing and redoing your kitchen. If you don't want to spend $40 or $50 or $60,000 totally redoing your kitchen, he does a whole process where they put all new doors and hardware and they just redo your whole kitchen. And instead of it being 50 or 60,000, it's 20,000 or 25,000 or 15,000. All depends on the size of your kitchen. But it's a the oldest remodeling company in the state of Florida. They've been around forever. I tell them, I say, you got to talk about these things, character, right? They've been around forever. They're in Sam's Club. They're in BJ's. They have a lot of great things that they bring to the table, right? I don't just endorse things. I check things out. Why? Because character is what invites endorsement, right? So you got to think about it this way. You can't brand the favor of God. You can't brand the favor of God. God puts his name on character. God puts his name on those that do what's right, do it because it's right, and then do it right. When you walk upright, when you walk in righteousness, when you walk in integrity, you don't have to manipulate opportunities. God himself becomes your promoter. I tell the story that, my daughter bought a car from Harry the other day. And, when we got home after we bought the car, the deal was done. One of her little side things was peeling. And matter of fact, I don't even think I told him. I think at church, he had seen the car and he walked by and kind of inspected it. And he said, no, bring that back up. When I tell you, I'll put pictures up here one day. They taped her whole car off and they fixed all the siding, brand new on both sides of the car. Now, I know, I don't know they would do that for everybody. I know that I have favor with Harry. He loves me. He loves me and he takes care of me. But I believe that's how Harry is with everybody. To the degree that he can help you, if there's anything he can do to make it right, it means something to him. Why? Because when it comes to doing what he does, he brings character and integrity to that. Proverbs 11:3 says, the integrity of the upright guide them. The integrity of the upright. I know every time somebody from the church goes there to buy a car, he does his best to do whatever he can do to help them. Whatever he can do to help them, he tries to help them out, right? So stay pure in your motives. Stay steady in your behavior, and God's favor will find you. Stay pure in your heart. I'm not telling you that's got nothing to do with making money. You're in business to make money. I don't care if it's your friend. I tell Harry the same thing. Yeah, ask him. I told him when I bought this car, listen, this is your job. This is what you do. Make money, make a profit off me. Don't rape me. That's all I ask. I want everybody to make money. Matter of fact, I didn't even ask for anything off the car, but he got me all the other things waived. All the side things they like to add on, he got some of that stuff waived for me, right? So when your name honors God, God honors your name. Write that down. When your name honors God, God will honor your name. Okay, folks, listen, these are important business things, tips. There are things that are going to separate you. There are things that are going to make you stand out in the crowd. Again, your character and your integrity. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed this. Looking forward to seeing you guys on We Wednesday as we continue to talk about spirit-led parenting. We're not done on that subject. Pastor Frank's excited about it. Man, we had a great time in church on Sunday. If you didn't get a chance to see the broadcast, go to the website, view that. Man, it was a great time. We love you so much. And until next Monday, Pastor Nick saying, enjoy life.